Alright, we are back. So, let us go and see if we can track down Hermes here. It sounds like we're gonna have to fight some beasties. Oh wow, that's a lotus. That's quite the creation. Down we go. Yeah, this is where we... Unless we need to be up. We might need to be up. We should go up first instead of going down there and then trying to find our way back up. Discover a new location. Oh, wow. Botanical abominations. I got slowed a little bit here, it looks like. Get my, finish this dude off right away here. Wow, this is quite the mess up here. A Morbol Marquis, huh? Alright, see if we can find Hermes here. There he is. Just behind this rock here. Ooh. Oh, those look pokey. Meteon. Callista, where did you come from? Callista, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Hydaelyn and Emmett Selk company. An important matter, and unrelated to my decision on Fandaniel, you say? Then yes, I will come as soon as my work here is finished. It will not be long, I promise, but you should really wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. Alright. See if we can make it all the way around without getting anything aggroed on me. Such peaceful music. And then you got these monstrosities here. These are very reminiscent of the mouth monsters we have to fight. Maybe we were wrong about Hermes here. I was prepared to swoop in if need be, but 'tis clear you have faced your fair share of monstrous opponents. What is that ghastly odor? You spoke with Hermes, then? And were briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungering Gardens as well, I see. Or should I say, smell? I cannot speak for certain Convocation members, but I for one am impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will soon take a turn for the better. As for as fascinating as it would be to meet the MSQ, who would recreate Amarat in the depths of the ocean, I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone. Naive hope that that is. Why am I always so forward-thinking? I simply wish to enjoy all that life has to offer. Words without sound. MSQ seems content to stay where he is. Hermes said he would not be long. Yes, then we shall wait here until he emerges. Very trusting. Is he never gonna come? Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Oh, there he is.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
It's a lot to tell. In a short period of time. Time passes.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction, and none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age.
Makes sense.
As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings, Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the self-same negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts.
They did a good job making this sound creepy.
Be friends.
Meteion. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Steady, Meteion. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we... They hurt.
Oh shit!
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs Dynamis. That would explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Alright, shit got real again. Search the area for Meteion. Alright, there's a spot right there. Hydaelyn. If I cannot perceive her ether, what else have I to offer but my rousing support? Ah, Hermes truly is a master of his craft. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Metein's presence. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. Oh, alright. It's gotta be back this way. There is Hermes. Metein, where are you? Please answer me. What has happened to you? To your sisters? Okay, that's out of the circle now. There's Vana over there. Talk to her before we go down there. I've strained my senses to their limits, but found nothing. You must calm your mind, that you might hear it, that you might feel her silent voice. She turned into a creepypasta. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Metein's presence. It seeps into my mind. All voices reporting. No, Hermes mustn't hear them. I have to run, to hide. Metein's anguished voice grows distant as the source seems to flee down the slope. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but fail to hear Metein's voice. She must be elsewhere. Try over here. Must be elsewhere. There's one. Oh, I think this is the one. Greetings and salutations. Commencing report. Oh no, we can't tell them that. We must run far away. Please, don't follow me. We have to. Metein's anguished voice fades as you sense her climbing to the top of the ridge. Whoops, I didn't need to heal. Fat Chocobo, help me. Hey, we discovered a new location. Isn't that nice? Can we brute force it up this? Strain your legs! You strain to catch the faintest whisper. She must be elsewhere. Okay, so I climbed up here for nothing. Hey, there's Emmett. Ugh, this is an exercise in futility. You have to be the one to find her, Callista. Follow her voice. Okay, so that's not... She's not there. Oh, over there. A Cantha, huh? He's a big boy. How did it come to this? Is this the reason we traveled to the stars? Why we sought out other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No, it cannot be. It cannot be! Metian's anguished voice drifts away to the south. Those big teeth over there on that guy. Lycopersicon. Okay, so she is elsewhere. Alright. Found her again, it looks like. Or found something. Compiling report for dissemination to Hermes and all peoples of Aetheris. Processing expedition data. Preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations. Formulating answers to the question. Finalizing report. No, Callista, you mustn't listen. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Metian's anguished voice flees towards the lake. Any sign of Metian? Panicked and confused, which will make it all the more difficult to predict her movements. Hermes, what do you make of this situation? The Metia are linked to a single mind, a shared consciousness which connects them across any distance. I suspect something has happened which disrupted its usual harmony. How might we access this shared consciousness of theirs? Much as you would approach any sentient being directly. In the Meteor's case, that means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. So unless we can track down the Meteor we just lost, we have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters, no way to provide directions or guidance. Then we had best set our musings aside and concentrate on how we might find her. This is not a good day for Hermes, it seems. A frantic search will avail us little. We must be clever about this. 'Tis a shame there is no registered concept we could use to create another Meteor. Assuming, of course, we could link her to the shared mind. But no, if it were a viable solution, Hermes would have surely suggested it. In the final days, Aether is twisted by the invasion of Dynamis from beyond the star. Its progress intensified by feelings of fear and despair and anguish. Ah, I just killed my foot. Nay, I like not the picture which emerges with these latest pieces. Ah, ooh, that was bad. Huh. Oh, my dear Meteor, what did you witness out there that frightened you so? Why do you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be? My apologies, we should focus on the task at hand. Follow, wander, stumble, listen. Hydaelyn has a suggestion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Meteor renders herself invisible by matching her etheric density to that of her surroundings, does she not? If so, could we not then disrupt her concealment with a surfeit of ether? Much how Emet-Selch solidified your presence when first we met you. Don't be absurd! I can hardly channel ether to a recipient whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Oh, that's right. I can hardly channel ether to a recipient whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Which is why we must all work together. Callista will continue the search in the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once she ascertains Meteor's likely location, you proceed to reveal our wayward familiar with a swift ethereal downpour. Very clever. And thankfully, she has made herself easier to capture by fleeing towards Leith. Assuming she is made visible, it should prove no great feat to herd her into a corner. Then we have our plan. Callista and Emet-Selch will be our tracker and trapper respectively, while we others predict and obstruct Meteor's avenues of escape. Emet-Selch and I will keep an eye on each other's ether to help coordinate our efforts. Let us be about it. Well, it seems we are partners for the time being. Let us return to where we last saw Meteor and pick up the trail from there. I will keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down ether at a moment's notice, meaning it falls to you to keep the way clear. Hey, Emet-Selch's accompanying me. Hippie! Hippie, hippie. You calm your mind, your senses, questing for any hint of Meteor's presence. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. Nothing this way? We try another route, then. Oh. Gotta go that way, it looks like. Now, did Meteor go straight ahead towards the pier, or did she stray from the path somewhere? As the only one who can hear her voice, you will need to take the lead. Here we go. Okay, you calm your mind, your senses, questing for any hint of Metian's presence. Why can't I fly? Are my functions being restricted? Hide. Yes, I'll just have to hide then, where no one can find me. Metian's anguished voice heads towards the water's edge. She went into the lake, as if this wasn't tiresome enough. Well, at least that open expanse should make her easier to find. We won't lose her this time. We should be able to reach the bottom of this drop by climbing down the rocks at the water's edge. Do not even think of dragging me over the falls. Final days or no, if I end up drenched from head to toe, I swear I will feed you to a remora. So I'm guessing they probably did something like that because, like, maybe if you go down like a drop like that... Oops, shit. If you go down a drop like that, you end up losing track of them or something like that. Like it's over there. Not here. I'm not here, please. By that rock, is she? Very well. What? Why can't I hide? There's no need to run, Metian. Callista, what are you saying? Everything is so faint. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. Stay away, I'm begging you. Don't make me say it. It will break him. His poor, fragile heart. Now we have a chance. Once the others are in position, the two of us can herd her into their midst. You hated this section? Yeah, it's a lot of, okay, run to this spot. Okay, run to this spot. Okay, run to this spot. I like story-wise what's happening here. It goes on a bit long. Here we go. We'll come back up here in a second. I want to see what he has to say here first. Is this teleporter not in use? It seems to have been left to the mercy of the elements. Either way, it bears no trace of Metian's essence. We move on. Keep Pokey out. There, I see her. Now I get why somebody in Shout Chat yelled, "I'm sick of chasing this Star Child around." Oh, I have a feeling it's down here. Wait, is this back where we started? Oh no, it's on the other side of where we started. Have you encountered people who just look like they're stupid?
Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Emmett has a cool mount.
Please, Metian. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please.
That's the Shadowbringers Collector's Edition mount. Interesting. That makes sense then.
Please protect them. Protect them all. Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities, recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteion, not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
You fool!
I have a feeling he doesn't become Fandaniel. I wouldn't see them, like, overlooking this turn of events. If all Hermes means to do is listen to Meteon's report, then it is his right to do so. But once he receives the answers to his questions, what then? The fate of the world may very well hinge upon the choice he makes in that moment, and we must be there when he makes it. Why, Hermes? Why could you not leave well enough alone? Will these answers assuage the pain you feel when a creation is returned to ether? Had you never cast your accursed question to the distant stars, you may have one day learned to be at peace upon this one. Do you understand why Hermes would do this? His logic escapes me entirely. Caging the messenger. Hydaelyn is pondering what to do next. Hermes is headed to Ktisis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating his ether. All I can say is that he entered from the rooftop, and likely arrived at the uppermost point in the facility. So, do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him! No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is a potential threat that needs to be brought under our control. The Convocation's duty to safeguard this star takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. Venar, Callista? 'Tis clear we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meteon is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase. And even if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all counts. To Ktisis Hyperborea we go. After this, we'll be able to fly. It'll be nice. Ophiotauros. Oh, we aggroed him a little bit. Judging from the crowd, something is afoot. Oh, I thought that was just all the people getting the quest. I saw naught out of the ordinary. Does anyone know what caused it? I mislike the look of this. What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Ktisis? Mistress Venar, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm sounded and Ktisis put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes' doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Ktisis scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Then consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and must enter the premises regardless. Am I familiar with the Fermi paradox? I've heard of it. I don't know what it means, though, off the top of my head. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I've little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You all need only to make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. Is this our trust? I was once a Zem, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emet-Selch, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in a protective manner, if you so choose, yes? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent. That should cover us on all fronts. Your tale led us here, Callista, so 'tis only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Metion. And then we will face the future together. Technically, it's still my past, right? But... Alright. So this is the level 87 dungeon, I'm guessing. Ktisis Hyperborea. Alright, so we have our 3 trust companions. From the moment we met you, our visit has devolved into a never-ending series of complications and irritations. In spite of this, I have gained one useful thing. An awareness of dynamics. To think that a power with the potential to corrupt ether had largely escaped our notice. Whether or not I believe your tale, the facts underpinning your narrative will be the source of much debate. So understand that I act not for the sake of you or your fantastical quest. My duty demands that I apprehend Metion, and if that now means Hermes as well, then so be it. I said that Hermes was likely perched somewhere at the highest point of the facility, but reaching him will be no mean feat. To put it simply, Ktisis Hyperborea contains a multitude of vast spaces linked together at the seams, meaning the interior is far more massive than even this grand structure might otherwise suggest. But even a colossal facility filled top to bottom with savage creations will not stop you, not with Vina and Emet-Selch at your side. And I will be there too, of course, cheering you on. Bleak as the contents of Metion's report might be, many could hear it and remain content with their lives. But not Hermes. For him, the veneer of perfection has long been cracked, and it was to the distant heavens he looked for the means to repair it. I understand his anguish after a fashion. My own refusal to return is in opposition to the world's established order. Yet for me, the imperfections only enhance the fragile beauty of our star. I will fight to see it delivered from destruction, warts and all. So basically, if there are an innumerable number of star systems, then it stands to reason that there would be numerous planets that can sustain life. However, if there was intelligent life outside of Earth, then it would also stand to reason that we would have already at least had first contact with one of them. True. Which, I mean, we very well could have already, right? We just don't know about it. So somebody on Earth does, but we don't. There's also the possibility that we are the furthest advanced, right? So there's always that chance that we were the first ones to evolve to the state where we could take to the stars. Though I doubt that. Alright, I think we're ready for this. Let's form a party. So we got Emet-Selch, the third seat, as our tank. Hydaelyn. Is our he's a bard apparently, it looks like, huh? And then Vana is our healer, because she is an all-arounder. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, I did want to do this. Alright, we shall commence. And see what this is all about. Catisis Hyperborea.
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
A right bother this is going to be. Can't go that way, so we have to go this way.
I see.
Useless is a strong term, Hythlodaeus.
I'm not entirely useless.
Oops, used that a bit early. Down we go, it looks like. Of course there's a cold zone, and of course we're going through it.
Have at you!
I'm not entirely useless.
Well, we fried him pretty good. Alright, first boss. Lysa. Oh dear, this fellow seems seems disinclined to let us pass. Then we have no choice but to force our way. Frozen spear is cut off. Okay. An impressive concealment ability. Is it seriously trying to hide from us? The power of the ice could be used this way. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, that didn't go well.
Have a taste!
Well, it's trying to confuse us. I've had enough of this mama's farce. I must say this is a promising concept.
I see you.
Okay. Just gotta see where Vanak goes again here.
Out of my way!
got him. That one wasn't too bad. I suppose it really helps when they know exactly where the thing's gonna go. Reeves of Fending. It's funny, because this was one of the images that they showed in the live letter, and people were like, is that a parking ramp? These stairs upwards. Whoops.
Have a taste. This may stick. There.
Go.
Stay away!
So these are like the tubes that were in the Mare Lamentorum, interestingly enough. Ring of Aiming. There you go, Emmett. Good job.
see you opening.
Observation journal here. According to Mistress Lysa, her creation is based on a concept for a bipedal wolf, and indeed it is impressively manlike in its gait. It is also highly intelligent and is evidenced by its ability to employ tools, while the gleam in its eye gives the impression that it comprehends our words. If this proves to be the case, it would be a shame that its throat isn't designed for speech. I must make mention of this in the next report. Interesting. He may have his flaws, but you can't fault his managerial prowess. Seriously, you want to discuss his candidacy now?
This may sting.
I see you.
That.
I'll have a my way. Have a taste. Stand firm.
Ooh, we got like a chimera here. Laden Lord. Goodness me, what manner of thinking is behind this? There truly is no accounting for taste. Concept review. Laden Lord draws in ether, okay. He's building up for an attack, it seems like. Ooh. Is there anything we can do about those things? Oh, I got hit by that one. Stack. Okay, yeah, didn't quite catch what I needed to do there. Well, we'll try to catch it this next time. Ugh, long walk. Gives me time to heal, I guess. Or rebuild my MP. Oh, straight ahead. Then to the left. Alright, give this another go here. See what we need to do. Unleash its stored ether, okay. Stay where these guys are for now.
Now, it's
Draws in ether. Okay.
I'm not entirely useless.
Okay, no, I can't attack anything, okay. Shit.
Out of my way.
Alright, we almost got him.
I'm not entirely useless.
Hey, I did a limit break. And that took care of him. Pass for Constitution, but a fail for Intelligence. If its concept is submitted, it will be certain to reject. I will be certain to reject it. Fan braces of fending. I guess it wants me to be a tank. Because everything's for tanks. No other points of interest. Let's move upstairs. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the snow's a lot higher now. Probably going to be hard to see with, like, the light in here and it dark outside. It's mostly just reflections.
Not let you take Meteion. Not yet.
Be gone.
Oops. You do not miss snow at all. It has its novelty. It does look nice.
Out of my way.
No, it doesn't. Especially this time of year. I don't know. There is something to be said about having snow around in the summer.
I see.
Whoops. Or in the around Christmas. That's what I meant to say. I don't know where summer came from at all. No, we're not going to use it now. It's pretty foggy here. Whoa! Okay, let's go for it. Let's do it. Oh, no, we can't do it. Okay, we'll save it for next time. Bracelet of healing. Alright, jump again. Gets covered in all the undercar gunk and turns that poop brown slush. That is true. Upper aerial artifice. Cosmopsis. Alright, let's do this.
They must hear their answers before they're expunged from existence.
Oh, more, huh? This is like my one mount. Screwed that up somehow.
Have a taste.
We better not use it there. Oh, there was two of them there, okay. Flying life forms and introduction. The successful creation of migratory birds which travel between continents with the seasons came as a breath of fresh air to the long stagnant realm of flying life forms. In the end, it was a relatively simple thing to grant creatures the ability to navigate by celestial bodies, but this method lacked the precision needed to guide them to the same location each time, as would be vital to their survival. The breakthrough came in the form of magnetic fields, the use of which was discovered by the incumbent Fandaniel during his tenure as chief overseer of Elpis, a truly inspired idea that has brought lasting benefits to the star. You know, just books laying about a dungeon, that's how it goes. What? And now we must fight Hermes himself. Winged Defiance, Hermes.
So, it comes to this. I have no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot.
Right, I knew that.
Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my conviction.
So far as to make himself a villain. To protect Meteon, he would go so far as to transform. So far as to make himself a villain.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Fall, lust, and gale, gather to me! Unleash your power!
Okay, I thought I was right next to them. Huh. I apparently wasn't close enough to them, though. Alright. Wait till we go upstairs. I like how there's the area named... There's those two areas that have names that we just go through. We don't even go to them. Alright, here we go.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and pain, gather to me.
I see.
Ancient wrath, unleash your power. Dancing winds, pierce my foe. Stars on fire, all is rage.
Oh, I didn't quite get over there. Oh. I have a feeling I was supposed to be that way as opposed to...
Streams of ether, surge as one.
Ugh. I just must have been too slow to get over there? Fuck! Alright. I just gotta pay attention to where stuff's coming from the sides, I guess. Alright, try not to suck as badly here this time.
Dust and pain, gather to me. Ancient wrath, unleash your power.
Okay, so that's where the wind's gonna come from. Run! Fuck you! God damn it. That's my bad. They go off in order of appearance, so the first one to appear will be the first one to attack. We'll get it down. I noticed what I needed to do. I was just in a bad spot when it happened. And then I couldn't find my fucking sprint. And so that's the reason why I got hit by that one. I knew it was coming. I just couldn't get out of the way of it. I had myself in a bad position before it.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Dust and hail, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power!
Okay, so we're gonna be over here.
Dancing winds, pierce my foe! Stars on high, all is raised!
Okay, into the middle. Oh shit. No, other side, quick! Damn it. Ugh. Damn it.
Streams of ether, surge as one!
Okay. We're gonna have to go up that way again, right?
I see.
Ah, how did I get... God damn it!
My way.
Dancing winds, pierce my foe!
Prepare yourself.
Stars on high, all is raised!
God damn it!
Even when transformed, I am not finished yet. Streams of ether, surge as one!
There we got him. Oh, level 88.
My power!
Enhanced Life Surge. So I get 2 charges of Life Surge now. I got something of maiming. Coat of maiming, okay. Ooh, and I got a spear from here too. Ooh. I mean, it definitely looks different, that's for sure. I need a new headgear, though. Alright, well, where does this lead? That is a good question.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteion into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
So angry, Emmett. He's gonna do something rash, I feel.
Meteion, I am so sorry that I could have listened to your report in full, reflected upon its meaning, and conveyed it to others, that they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed, and that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own. One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity. They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live. Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best,
that they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth. That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Etheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence. There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be beautiful. We will make our nest at the edge of the universe, and there in the dark of dead worlds hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Etheris.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die? Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does not stand to reason that we too should be discarded.
That is sophistry, and you know it!
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. But who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish in the star. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos! Awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of MSQ of the convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events, and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emet-Selch and Hydaelyn. Meteion's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
I'm able to escape, I'm going to guess.
Meteion. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
Why do they have the mind eraser thing? So they explained.
This ends here!
Fly, Meteion!
They have it to erase so that they could do testing without having to reset things.
That is far enough, Hermes!
Like recreate the creatures. So they wipe their memories so they can test them out in different ways so that their memories don't change it.
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure.
Yep.
No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours.
You fell asleep with 10 tabs open.
Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact. And I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are. My little
Much appreciated.
Very well, then. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteion's gotten away.
Sounds good. Thanks for the lurk, Sukavision.
Complete.
Have a good night's rest.
Execution.
No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building.
I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Ha! Then he'll shoot, and then I'll fall through.
Too brave by half.
Exemplary work, as always, Emet-Selch.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping you would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azen. There's no time! Quickly! Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
The reach back.
Process complete.
That's
Executing
silly.
Universal memory alteration.
Go, Argos!
So she gets out too. So Hermes won't remember it either. And that would be how he would still end up being Fandaniel. Because nobody remembers all the stuff that went down. He totally would expect Zepla's character to do that because she wants to stay with Emmett. True.
I'm fine. Just a little tired. Can it be true?
Oh, sorry.
Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteion's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emmet Selk and his Hydaelyn, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
What became of the others, I wonder?
I'd like to know too. Let us ascertain the situation at Katisis Hyperborea, where they should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos' accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Vinar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Vinar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress is well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word.
Dragon fire dive. Bam! Different my ass!
Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Vinar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
Well, and he can't remember it either, but...
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
I doubt aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
Let us rest. If only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Yeah, I guess Elidibus never really told us how we return, right? I suppose we just, you know, use return on our teleportation. You know? Just like that. That's how we do it. Are you feeling at all recovered? I understand that your exertions were more than purely physical, but resting one's body, if only for a moment, is never without merit. As for Hermes, I think it unlikely he will create more entelechies. He poured much of himself into Meteion, and now that she and her sisters are gone, dissipated in his mind, the grief must be unbearable. He will blame himself. He will believe that. Had he never acknowledged his dissatisfaction with the world, then the Meteor would never have been born to suffer and die. The offer to join the 14 will be a welcome distraction, and one day hence he will face the advent of the final days in the role of Fandaniel. We can fly now! We can fly now! Woo! Thou must live, die, and know. Vana is watching you in quiet contemplation. Callista, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emmet Selk and Hythlodaeus that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone would be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of Propylaeum. The Chthonic Horns. Tis this place. The researchers of this small facility are unlike their colleagues in that they seek to manifest new creations without the aid of creation magics. Their natural breeding program pairs creatures with differing characteristics, relying purely on chance to conceive heretofore unimagined possibilities. Interesting. There's nobody here, though. Alright. Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Vana, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I am going to go grab another drink then quick before we do that. So I will be back in one moment here. Alright, we are in the home stretch now. Little over an hour left in the stream. We are at 10 hours now. Went by just like that. Alright, so let's see what happens now.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
Well, home. I'll have to teleport from there back to actual home, probably. Yes, this is where we part ways. I know that this is what needs to happen. I'm not gonna, I should stay and help. No. We have to get back.
May you and yours emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge you have gained, that your days in Elpis and our friend's sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control.
So I can't even tell my friends?
Carefully consider who can be trusted, and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe.
Well, he eventually becomes a foe.
Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friend's memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I. As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
Gonna go back in time. Well, it's actually forward in time. We're going back to the future. That's what we're doing.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Hydaelyn.
Oh. Hey. The world's just as we left it. Being destroyed. Oh, this is Amarat that we're at. Home sweet home.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees.
Home sweet home.
Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still, We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
That's the voice that
No,
sounded like
my
Fandaniel
friends.
from the thing.
Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential. In his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk. all is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
That's not creepy at all. Jeez. So yeah, so that juxtaposed together with Louis Schwa and his sacrifice and turning into a primal is how Vana turned into Hydaelyn,
an intertwining
a primal.
Of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Alright. Yeah, that was all sorts of craziness. Now, I didn't realize it, and maybe I just didn't remember from in Shadowbringers when this came up, but that, yeah, this is the source, and then all of the shards of the source here. And they definitely like to put us, like, on this spot right here. In Shadowbringers, they do that in a, So I need to report to Kryl. Okay, so that's how you can get back there. Otherwise, teleporting. Which, how much? Oh, 210 from here, because we're close. The moon's a ways away, though. Oh, boy. That's a lot to digest. But yes, so the usage of the song that they used, very deliberate, of course, to match up to what Louis Schwa did, I believe. So, let's go here. Part of me is like, we should maybe do the next leg of the role quest. The next, like, couple legs, because we've gained a couple levels since we touched that last. But we'll hit a stopping point with stuff here that'll make sense for that, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We don't have to. I know that they changed it so you don't have to finish the role quest in order to finish the MSQ. Because that was just an awkward spot, especially since you were halfway across the world from where things were at, most likely, before. Alright. Oh, Charlene's a little busy. We should actually, before we go down that way, we should get some mending taken care of here. Oh, there's a mender down there. Forget it. We'll do that. Alright, let's see what Krylas has going on. See what everybody learned here. I guess, and how much time passed while we were gone, I guess. That's a good question. You've a knack for turning up exactly when needed, and this is no exception. Callista, impeccable timing as always. I'd heard you were off in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell how wonderful it is to have you back. Carrying our song. Let's take a look at that here. Elpis. And then we got Vritra's Valiant. I like Moonwalker. That's a good title. As the Heavens Burn. Alright, we are at level 88 quests now, huh? Huh? Level 88. Nearing the end. Chondrite Weapon Coffer. So I'm guessing we're not going to need that. 542, yeah. This is probably going to be better stats than what we would get from that. So we can leave that unopened now too. Excuse me, sorry about that. As the Heavens Burn. Though you and Kryl both have news to share, hers is perhaps the more urgent. I mean, I guess. Mine's not as timely. 1 second. Okay. Well, let's see what's happening here. And then we might take a diversion to do a roll quest at some point. So, have you learned aught more of the final days? Yes. Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the First, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alisaie and Elphinor have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus Amanus is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Estinian, and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon, an ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Foshino to the people of Radzathan. Following their discussion, Vritra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure passage for the Hanish refugees to the tower, Elphinor, Alisaie, Estinian, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Of course they have. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Foshino. Then panic broke out, and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon had spread to the capital. The others need you, Callista. Please, you must help them. Alright, we'll do what we must. Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Class was their first port of call, so you'd best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you'd best take every possible precaution. Alright. I'll be sure to let Thancred and Y'shtola know you're back. At least they're still responding to their link pearls. It pains me to send you off alone into unknown peril after you've only just returned, but 12 willing you won't be alone for long. So we are hurtling towards the end, is what it seems. Go in here for a second. Take a moment to double check some things here. Oh yeah, we have sold a few things. Alright. 50 grand there. Nice. Now, oh, we sold maybe something here? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Gordon Ramsay bought my linen wedge cap of crafting. I have a feeling he's going to be doing some culinarian work with that. That's pretty good. We are at 12.898 million, huh? So we got Savage Might Materia 8 and 7 out of those. Is this where I have? It's not. Alright, this is where I have some of them. Okay. All sorts of materia in there. Okay. We're still pretty good on that stuff. So then go out to our little aetherites here. From here, we will teleport back to. Oh, excuse me. We'll teleport, or we'll go back to Limsa, and then we'll do a roll quest. We probably won't touch the MSQ until tomorrow. Again. We have about an hour left in the stream here, so I figure now's a good time to do roll quest stuff. Ferry ticketer. We will go to Limsa for 300 gil. Okay. So we need to go to... Oh, back, same spot. Back over to Aleport. Easy enough. Hey Merlweb, we're back. All prepared, are you? Dao is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with the Sahagin here. Mayhap one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I come here as a representative of Limsa Lominsa on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and things come to blows, I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust that you understand. And with that, let us be off. Hey, she gets to run around with us now. Alright, so... Oh, of course we gotta run through a fate to get there. But we'll be way too high level, so we shouldn't get drawn into it. Bow the puller! We have a belligerent Sahagin here. Psh, what is this? Since when are the filthy shoalwalkers free to intrude on our sacred spawning grounds? Pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him? You will do no such thing, shoalwalker. We have forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone. We won't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere. Alright. Hey, we have a stoic one up here. That probably also does not bode well, but at least he's not belligerent, huh? Psh, why do you trespass in our domain, vile shoalwalkers? We mean you no harm. We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him? Psh, we desire no parley with the shoalwalkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Sahagin would grow and flourish. Your grievances are justified. That is why I would speak with Master Dao and work toward a peaceful solution. Psh, empty words from the thieving shoalwalkers, but so be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You will find him by the entrance, though mark my words, you wish you hadn't. Yeah, have a good night, Baby Smell. Thanks for hanging around. We will catch you tomorrow. Stream, I'm planning on trying to start at 10:30-ish. Work stuff might preclude that, but we should start around noon for sure. So it'll be sometime through there. We shall see. I thank you for your aid. Okay, so we gotta go through here now. Bum 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 bum. Hey, we've seen this guy before. He's been in her office. Shoalwalkers in our spawning grounds. To what do I owe this displeasure? Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering into your home unannounced. I am Merlwyr Blowfishwin, Chief Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and this is Callista Tobu. We come seeking a parley, that we might strive for peace between our peoples. Parley, you say? Prolonging this conflict any further will lead only to needless suffering. The menace both our peoples face is great indeed. If ever there was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Tidegate for formal negotiations. Shoalwalkers and Sahagin coming together? What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory? I can offer naught but my word. we open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Soulwalker, but let it never be said that Tao of the Crushing Tide was a coward. I accept your offer, but attempt any treachery or subterfuge and your people would drown in their own blood. Very well, Master Tao. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let us return, then. I shall send word for Noel as well. I would have our Sahagan allies join us at the parley. Know this, Shorewalker. I come not because your words sway me, but to show my spawn brothers that Tao of the Crushing Tide is no coward. Alright. There we go. Whoa. That was quite the abrupt, music change. Thank you for joining us here, Master Tao. Psh, that air here sickens me. Be brief. Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagan and Lominsan alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. Huh? You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sahagan have joined us, of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples. Psst! Aye, by their deeds have the Lominsans proven themselves worthy of our trust. Master Tao, you and your Crushing Tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you, this can only be done by confronting this threat together. Psh, threats. Threats. What is this threat you speak of? If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the Serpent Reavers. They are the only shorewalkers I deign to call friend. You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to your Lord of the World. I do, for that, and that alone will ensure peace between us. Preposterous! You propose not alliance, but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sahagan. Do you hear this, my spawn brothers? The Shorewalkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan, and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our god, and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We must not let this stand. Psst, for shame, forsaken by our spawn brothers. They side with the finless ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan. They who steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children, our future. Now you see what we're up against. Psh, behold,
Behold this blessing! Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength! You would call this a blessing? Psh, such horrors! Flee! Flee for your lives! Uh-oh, he's gonna turn too, isn't he? Oh. The beast makes for Aleport. I leave this place to you. Splendid, splendid. Let all our spawn brothers be blessed with such power. He doesn't get it. Well, this didn't work. There's just no reasoning with some people, apparently, is how this works. Alright, so now I'm... Oh, we have to speak with him first. This is the second time you've saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We must go to her aid. Oh, she was able to take it down, it looks like. I was too late, I'm sorry. Shh, there is no need for apologies. You are not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dao's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering beasts. The fool believes it a blessing from Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceable solution will be lost should Dao and his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us. I shudder at the very thought, and yet the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes? Just so. The first ones to transform are those who have fallen into the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater their influence over others. Psh! We can scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes. Would that there was more my people could do to help. I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy too was born from a Sahagin, it could be sheltering in the depths beyond the reach of our ships. In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the sea. Thank you, Noel. Through our efforts combined, we might yet weather this threat. As for your brothers who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve. Psh! You have my gratitude, Admiral. And with that, we should return as well. There is much work to be done, and would see it done quickly. Alright, back to Maelstrom Command. Whoop. Right. There we
go to the aft castle. So I wonder what it is that, like, was so deep within Hermes that has him so, like, upset. But it makes sense how he could become the Fandaniel we knew, and before that, Amun. It checks out, especially since his memory was wiped. Oops. There we go. Ah, Callista, I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as the Sahuagin described. While Dao and his ilk have no means of forcibly triggering the phenomenon at present, 'tis plain they intend to seek one out. Redouble our patrols offshore and inform me at the first sign of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done, Admiral. I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Garlemald, yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon. Alright. So this one is at 87. Old heroes never die. The Secretariat appears to have been waiting for you. The Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Lominsan merchant ship was assailed by a Sahuagin raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Ogomoro. The Admiral suspects that Dao means to use the plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Noel, that we and our Sahuagin allies might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to the worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for South Tidegate and rendezvous with Admiral Blowfishwin at once. Only members of the Maelstrom can buy stuff here. Boo! We could transfer. Alright, back to where we were then. Airport. Oh. This is kind of a fitting mount for the final days. A nightmare. She's over here now. Whoops. Nope. No repairs needed. Psh, it is good to see you safe, friend. Actually, I bet you we do have... Yeah. That should be it, though. Okay. Thank you for coming, Callista. The situation is grim. The Crushing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized a goodly stash of Ogomoro crystals. Though their aim is clear, it appears they yet lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Dao longs for the days when every Sahuagin cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance.
and will stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the crushing tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god? And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose? Might we turn to the three great pirate powers for aid? Let us recruit the Yellow Jackets to the cause. Sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes. I would say the pirates, right? As it happens, I've already enlisted the Executioners, the Krakens, and the Sirens to the cause. They've done much to bolster the Maelstrom's efforts to scour the seas for the blasphemy. So if we're to seek reinforcements, we'll have to turn elsewhere, but to whom? The Company of Heroes. Let's do that then. The Company of Heroes. Now that's a name I've not heard in some time. 'Tis true that they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of their commander since. Absent their leader, I suspect they will be reluctant to join our cause. And yet, I can think of no better option. I'll contact Wisecate, their erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer. Noel, might I trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime? Psh, but of course, Admiral. Should we discover anything, you will be the first to know. I will reach out to Wisecate, the former first mate of the company, and see if he is willing to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Psh, worry not. My spawn brothers and I will keep our eyes on the crushing tide in the meantime. Alright, so it's back to Limsa Lominsa. The Company of Heroes. Wait, I was gonna say, are there literally, like, no people hanging out here? Oh, okay. They're popping up now. Little by little. Okay. I'm not as astounded then. That would be very surprising if that were the case. Ah! Oh, stretch. Got to stretch it out. Stretch it out. Okay. That's a pretty cool lance. I like it. Oh, we have to meet outside first, apparently.
Bum 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 bum. My apologies for the delay. You are alone? And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing hero. Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that polearm out of your arse, old friend, and stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, Uod, lest I skewer it and prove you right. Shamani Lomani. Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Pshka! Long time no eye catch, Uplanders. Braveflox is tummy tickled to see Gabi friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice. Spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here? I make a simple request. Reform the company of heroes and lend Limsa Lominsa your strength. Whoa! You've a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it. And now I'm explaining everything that's been going on. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagin themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, had declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal while still dealing with the other threats. A right pickle indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. Sod that, I say. Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women who we fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we. Bold words, Landinale. But do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time. Ah yes, your commander. What if Callista were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question her abilities. Me? An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero. Pshka! Gabi friend has goodly head for fighting think, and goodly arms for thinky fight. As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the woman herself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle? If you've the stones to follow me. Yes. Better battle than a banquet. Leading back to one of the more infamous quests of A Realm Reborn. Now that's the confidence I'd expect from my commander. Very well then, consider us yours to lead. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way, apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the seas. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge, eh? But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what.
Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure she'll give it all due considerations. Please think twice before assigning me to the same group as Landonel. I don't know what's worse, his tendency to wave his lance in people's faces, or all the shouting and blustering he encourages in well doing so. Shamani Lomani. The others may gripe and groan, but not me. I'll be the first to admit that I missed the action. Pshka! Brayflox happily gives hand-lending to Uplander. Landonel. Have we finished with all the logistical nonsense? I'm eager for a taste of the old violence. You know the flavor. Alright, Weissgate. So if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their god, Leviathan. A tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who'll be doing what, based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses, mostly strengths of course, of the storied veterans under your command. Alright, we get to talk to Landonel first. My specialty, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with this lance of mine, of course. The stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Set me against that so-called blasphemy, and I'll have that thing on a skewer before you can say Burlwib Blowfishwin. Yes, that makes sense. A wise choice. Send Landonel after the Sahagin, and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. I will speak plain. I am not some battle-crazed barbarian like Landonel. As none of the U, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any than to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser it is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. So yeah, so he makes sense to do this one, I think. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Uod Nun. Noon? Probably Noon? Little guy. As you well know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather it's not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. So he's probably good with this, if he's going to be negotiating. You've a keen sense for things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle, Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. Brayflox just blows things up, right? Pshka! Brayflox, master remaker of Illuminati treasures, offers much hand-lending with ingenuity. Far-seeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Crack fires go boom and blast beasts into bitty pieces. Yes. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Brayflox's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast.
It would seem everyone has their assignments, except for you. And I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you've been leading us for years. It was pretty easy, really. And with that, it is time we got to work. I have procured link pearls for one and all, that we can keep each other appraised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command. We'd best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. So that's interesting. Bringing those characters in. I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sahagan friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Callista. Especially seeing as how they were pretty important characters in 1.0. As far as I know, anyway. I have just finished briefing the Secretariat. She has something you should find useful. Ah, Callista, the Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnish Callista with a link pearl, yes? Of course, Admiral. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. Ho there, Commander. Just give the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamned voice, will you? Watch your tongue or I'll track you down and rip yours out. They sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Callista comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. Well, I will have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Noel and see what he has gleaned about the crushing tide in their hideout. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander. Alright. I have been tasked with facilitating link pearl communication among the company of heroes, that you and your men might focus on the task at hand. Alright, level 88, so that's where we're at now. The Secretariat has urgent news for you. A mother's suffering. Grave news, Callista. We've just received word that Candlekeep Key is under attack. It would seem the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral asks that you deploy the company of heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signal. The company of heroes is awaiting your orders. Candlekeep Key. Both Landonel and Uod Nun should be close by. What are your instructions? Landonel is a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle, while Uod Nun is a calm and calculating hunter. Both can serve you well, but better if assigned to a task better suited to their skills. What order do you give Landonel? Yes, so he would drive the crushing tide away. Consider it done, Commander. And then see the residents of Candlekeep Key to safety. Understood. The rest of us will head there at once. I'll tell the Admiral you and the company of heroes are on your way. Godspeed. Moraby Dry Docks. So this is kind of interesting, like the little command aspect that you have to this. I wonder if all of them are like that, or if it's just the, just this one, and the other ones have other aspects to them. I'm pretty sure this would be the only one that have the company of heroes in it. So then it makes me wonder, like, what the other ones would have in them. Oh, we gotta go up. Oh, nope, down here. There we go. There he is. You kept us waiting long enough, Commander. Not that I'm complaining. More fishmen for me to skewer. Is that all? And I was just getting warmed up. Brayflock's treasures go boom. Blast fishermen to bitty bits. Good to know my colleagues haven't grown rusty in the years since we disbanded. Worry not, the tide has already ebbed, if you follow my meaning. Perhaps you're curious how your men carried out your orders. You'll be pleased to hear that Lendenel led the attack with his characteristic aplomb, dancing amongst his foes with such speed and ferocity that were dizzying to watch. Yeah. Uod Noon made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffered as much as a scratch. Yeah. I had my doubts at first, but you've passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. Huzzah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody's happy with my command abilities. The battle is over, I see. 'Tis good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Key? Psh! I spit on your questions, filthy shorewalker! I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist... Psh! So you would torture us? You shorewalkers are all the same, savage brutes, the lot of you. Torture? Please, we are not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend. Pshh! Brayflox's shiny treasure will have fishmen trading tongue flaps in no time. Allow me to explain. Shamani Lomani and Brayflox are well practiced in the art of interrogation. Shamani has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and a knack for getting information out of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Brayflox, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make. To whom will you trust? I'll do Shamani Lamani. But of course, Commander, watch as I get him talking without so much as lifting a finger. They tell me your kind are particularly fond of Lenosian oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed from our latest harvest? Psh! This is... Psh! Another glass, Shorewalker. I demand it in return for the crimes you have committed against my spawn brothers. A mere glass, my friend. Why, I'd be more than happy to offer you a full bottle, nay, an entire cask, if you provide us with the answers we seek. Psh! We have a deal, Shorewalker. For a cask of that blissful beverage, I will tell you all my secrets. Again, I ask, why did you target Candlekeep Key? Dao himself gave the order, said we must establish a foothold in preparation for our assault on the city. He means to attack Limsa Lominsa itself, but with your numbers, that would be folly. Psh! Speaker Dao commands power beyond the comprehension of you, Shorewalkers. We have dealt with Leviathan before. You misunderstand. Speaker Dao says it is a greater power still, the very first being blessed by our Lord. The blasphemy. Tell me where Tao is. Shh! An island far to the south and east. There he performs a rite that will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect that Tao is hiding out somewhere in the Seal Dales, a deserted isle most likely. I don't know much about those so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? We have no evidence they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Tao has found a way. I will ready a ship. We set sail for the Seal Dales at once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the docks as soon as you are ready. I'll have Shamani and Brayflox continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friends here might still be hiding something from us. Alright. Don't you worry. Brayflox and I have the situation under control. Brayflox keeps watch eyes on this place. Watch eyes are watching this place. Watch eyes are watching this place. So we need to go to the Lominsa docks. Okay. The Lominsa docks. Oh. Bum 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 ba 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 ba. The Arcanist Guild. Bum bum bum. Is this where we need to go? No. The other Lominsa ferry docks. Fisherman's Guild. To the Fisherman's Guild. That's where we need to be. I don't know a blasphemy from a hole in the ground. All I know is that I'm ready to kill the bleeding thing. This is the enemy's stronghold, and never forget that they have the advantage. Let's see how this blasphemy likes my axe between its eyes. Everyone is here? Good. We make for the Seal Dales in search of Dao's hideout. Our friend Noel will be waiting for us there. The blasphemy, too, may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men on the eve of battle? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. We meet again, Tao. Where is the blasphemy? Tell us now so we may end this madness. Hehehe. It's a trap. It's above us, huh? Oh, jeez. It's a big boy. Holy balls. Speak of the bloody devil. Shh! There it is! The dread beast I saw beneath the waves! The source of our woes. Uh-oh. Echo time? The echo of all the times. Defend the commander! I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. They treat with Limsa Lominsa, and some even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive of his blessing anew. This I would gladly do, had our stock of crystals not run dry. Indigo Matriarch. Spawning time is nearly upon us, yet you fight and bicker amongst yourselves. How am I to birth a new brood when my children grown stand divided? Who dares enter the sacred chamber? Psh! Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sahagin who seek an accord with the Shorewalkers. A new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods, nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. The Shorewalkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share these lands with us, that they may have peace and we our spawning grounds. Could this be true? Lies, lies! Do not be deceived by that one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen who has strayed from Lord Leviathan's light. The Shorewalkers are oathbreakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger with the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter. Oh, for a blessed moment, I felt the faintest touch of hope. But you are right, Tao. They are demons and we are damned. Oh, for woe, my poor children have lost their faith, their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of the world and cast their lot with the enemy. 'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We will have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink to the ocean's floor to rot and decay. Thou, my dearest of my children, you tell them that we have no future? How can I bring new life into this world, knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen? How can I bear this unbearable sadness? I cannot. So that's how she turned into that. Shh! What is happening? Please, my queen, you must calm yourself. Shag! Such power, such beauty! A blessing from Lord Leviathan himself! Makes sense.
So this is a blasphemy, eh? I can see what all the fuss was about. Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now is the time. Yes. To kill the broodmother. Shh. Strike now, my queen. Send the shore walkers and their honorless leader to their death. 1 second here. There we go. All right. Uh-oh, she's like hulking up here. What is this? Well, that's new. Well, what's happening? I can't feel my legs. Why, Mother? Are we not your children, too? Damn it! We cannot weather another blow like that. Ha! I still don't know what in the seven hells just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going to go down without a fight. Steady, the beast is feeding on our ether. We'll not survive a head-on fight. Landonel, Uod, remember the company's stratagem when faced with overwhelming odds? Run away? Retreat, retreat! Let's get ourselves the bloody hells out of here! Who was it that shot from the background is what I'm wondering. Much angry. So that's... Who is that? I don't know who that is. I was hoping it was going to be like Jackie from the Rogue storyline. Knoll of the Calming Seas. Psh. Were the other beasts we faced also once my spawn brothers? I cannot bear the thought. So that was the blasphemy. Intriguing creature. For the first time in many summers, we find ourselves with a worthy foe. Face to face with the damned beast, and I couldn't barely lift my spear. Next time, mark my words, that bastard fish is going to pay. When no path to victory can be found, flee and fight another day. It might not be the kind of approach that make a bard sing your praises, but it's kept us alive, and that's enough. Well, we already talked to you. Nope, there we go. Damn it all. We'd have better luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? Is what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well. We barely escaped with our lives. To think the damned beast had the power to stop us in our tracks. Literally. What do we know of the creature's origins? Was it once a Sahagin as you suspected? Mayhap the echo afforded Callista some insight. Yes, it's the Spawn Mother. Psh! Dao's villainy knows no bounds, sowing seeds of despair in our Queen Mother's heart that she might transform into that monstrosity. If she was the first to turn, then there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that his words served as a catalyst. If we kill the blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing the Sahagin's queen. That's not going to endear us to them one bit. Shh! I cannot turn my spear against the mother who birthed me, let alone take her life. So we have to find a way to revert it somehow. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead. Is that the leader? It must be the leader of the Company of Heroes. I know not, but we must formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense. Leave that to us. Time and again we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat your enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? What is the most important? That the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether. I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that is not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. I will send scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as shelter for a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people and to have any hope for peace with the Sahagin, this is a battle that we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. Noel's on the struggle bus right now. Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Bum 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 bum. So now we'll see if the next one's level 89 or 88. Though that turned out to be an interesting enough diversion, a little bit, from like the heavy stuff we're dealing with the main story. All right. If even the famed Company of Heroes could not bring it down, this so-called blasphemy must be a formidable beast indeed. The Admiral told me of your encounter with the blasphemy. The result may not have been ideal, but I am heartened to see you return safely. Now that we have seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, 'tis more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood. But given the beast's abilities, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust that the Company of Heroes and Callista, experienced Primal Slayers all, will find a way. And yet I would leave no resource untapped. There is one more whose expertise I would call upon, if he would agree. Even Weisgert is at a loss as to his former commander's whereabouts, but mayhap Einzar could offer some guidance. No doubt you are still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you are able. When we are ready to take further action, you will hear from me. Till then, take care. Alright, yep, the next one's level 89. Out of the Shadows. Hey, we get coconut cod chowder. I don't know if I'd like coconut in a fish soup. The Secretariat's resigned expression speaks volumes. Well, that doesn't sound good. Alright. I think so at that point, yes, we have to call it quits because I have to go to work. So yeah, we 11 hours and 45 minutes. Granted, I wasn't streaming the entire time because I stopped to eat a little bit of supper and I did this and that and the other thing. But yeah, we've made tons of progress. I think since we are mid-level 88, we will for sure hit 90 tomorrow on our stream. There is a good chance that we do finish the expansion tomorrow on our stream as well. Maybe not some of the stuff near the end, like the epilogue stuff that Baby Smell was talking about. But we'll probably finish through what we have coming to us at this point. So yeah. So thanks everybody for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun today. And so yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. The plan will be to start sometime between 10:30 and like 12:30 Central Time. Have to leave it a little bit in the open because of the possibility that work might get in the way, because I am on call until noon. So we shall see what happens with that. But otherwise, thank you all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening and a good weekend if I don't catch you tomorrow. Take care.